Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was Euclid mission is in news recently. It is related to exploration of the origins of planetary cores, spectral and polarimetric measurements of Earth from the lunar orbit, to study the dark matter in universe, or soft landing on southern pole of moon. The correct answer is option C, to study the dark matter in universe. Recently, the mission is scheduled for launch in 1st July 2023 from USA. Euclid is a European Space Agency's mission designed to study the composition and evolution of the dark universe. It will create a detailed map of the large-scale structure of the universe across space and time. It aims to observe billions of galaxies up to 10 billion light years away, covering more than a third of the sky. It will shed light on the role of gravity as well as the nature of dark energy and dark matter. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements regarding Rugose spiraling whitefly recently seen in the news. 1. It infests broad-leaved host. 2. It is an invasive insect. Which of the following statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the Rugose spiraling whitefly, which attacks palms, coconuts and bananas, has been spotted in Pune city. The pest not only affects the productivity of coconut trees, but it also impacts the nutritional value of the fruit. It was first reported in Central America in 2004. It mainly infests coconut palms and other broad-leaved hosts in its native range. Hence, statement 1 is correct. These are winged insects that have soft bodies and are closely related to aphids. It is an invasive insect. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, recently the World Competitiveness Index is released by World Trade Organization, International Institute for Management Development, Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, or International Chamber of Commerce. The correct answer is option B, International Institute for Management Development. Recently, the International Institute for Management Development published the World Competitiveness Index. The IMD World Competitiveness Yearbook was first published in 1989. It is a comprehensive annual report and worldwide reference point on the competitiveness of countries. It is based on 336 competitiveness criteria and 4 factors, namely economic performance, government efficiency, business efficiency, and infrastructure. Denmark, Ireland, and Switzerland have been named the top 3 among 64 economies measured for their global competitiveness. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, sometimes seen in the news. What is the IUCN status of the red-eared slider turtle? Least concern, endangered, vulnerable, or critically endangered? The correct answer is option A, least concern. Recently, the officers of the Customs Air Intelligence Unit seized 6,850 live red-eared sliders, a species of turtle, from 2 male passengers who arrived at the Tiruchi International Airport. It is native to the southeastern USA and Mexico. It is a semi-aquatic turtle from fresh and brackish water ecosystems. The species is considered one of the world's 100 worst invasive non-native species. In the wild, red sliders can live from 20 to 50 years. The IUCN status of the red-eared slider turtle is least concern. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, recently seen in the news. The Debrigarh Wildlife Sanctuary is located in which of the following? Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Odisha, or Madhya Pradesh? The correct answer is option C, Odisha. Recently, a prey density of 46 animals per square kilometer was recorded in the Debrigarh Wildlife Sanctuary. It is located between the Hirakud Dam, Mahanadi River, and the reservoir in the state of Odisha. It was declared a wildlife sanctuary in 1985. It finds a special mention because of noted freedom fighter Veer Surendra Sai. The sanctuary is known for its easy sightings of animals, particularly Indian bison, wild boars, and sambar, etc. It has a dry deciduous forest that attracts a host of birds during the winters. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding Global Environment Facility. 1. It was established during the Earth Summit 1992. 2. It is a financial mechanism for the Minamata Convention on Mercury. Which of the following statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the 64th meeting of the Global Environment Facility Council took place from 26th to 30th June 2023 in Brasilia, Brazil. The Global Environment Facility established on the eve of the 1992 Rio Earth Summit. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The GEF is a unique partnership of 18 agencies including United Nations agencies, multilateral development banks, national entities and international NGOs. The GEF has a large network of civil society organizations, works closely with the private sector around the world. It is a financial mechanism for 5 major international environmental conventions: the Minamata Convention on Mercury, the Stockholm Convention on Persistent Organic Pollutants, the United Nations Convention on Biological Diversity, the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, and the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is: consider the following statements regarding the open market sales scheme. 1. It regulates domestic supply and control prices of food grains. 2. It allows FCI to handle selling of food grains. 3. Food grains are sold based on market rate at the time of e-auction. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none. The correct answer is option B, only 2. Recently, being unable to procure enough rice at reasonable cost, the state government of Karnataka has decided to temporarily give cash to the beneficiaries in place of 5 kg of free rice. The central government maintains a buffer stock of wheat and rice for free distribution under the National Food Security Act Open Market Sales Scheme. OMSS is activated during the lean season to regulate domestic supply and availability of food grains and control prices. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It allows FCI to sell surplus food grains in the open market. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The surplus food grains are sold through e-auctions at predetermined prices. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. The states can procure food grains through OMSS for distribution beyond what they receive from the central pool. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is: recently the term tax collected at source was seen in the news. It is a direct tax collected by sellers from buyers, indirect tax collected by buyers from sellers, tax collected by government from buyers, or tax collected by government from sellers. The correct answer is option A, direct tax collected by sellers from buyers. Recently, after an amendment in Foreign Exchange Management Act, that is FEMA, international credit card spending will be subject to a higher rate of tax collected at source of 20%. TCS is a direct tax collected by sellers from buyers on specified goods. The collected TCS is deposited to the government. The taxpayers can claim refunds on the TCS levy when filing tax returns. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is: consider the following statements regarding the line of actual control or LAC. 1. It is divided into 3 sectors. 2. The middle sector covers Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh. 3. It is only a concept, neither delineated on map nor demarcated on the ground. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none. The correct answer is option C, all 3. Recently, ties between India and China were in news related to 3 years of the Galwan clash. The LAC marks the boundary between Indian-controlled and Chinese-controlled territory. It is divided into 3 sectors: Eastern, Middle and Western. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Eastern sector encompasses Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim. The Middle sector covers Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, and the Western sector is located in Ladakh. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The LAC is not delineated on a map nor physically demarcated on the ground. The LAC exists as a concept representing the disputed boundary between the 2 countries. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is: in the context of which of the following Tarang Shakti was mentioned in the news recently? Biggest multilateral exercise by Indian Navy and Indian Army, joint military exercise between India-Japan, multilateral exercise between forces of India-USA, or first ever multilateral Air Force exercise to be hosted by Indian Air Force. The correct answer is option D, first ever multilateral Air Force exercise to be hosted by Indian Air Force. Recently, the exercise Tarang Shakti is expected to be the biggest air exercise to be conducted in India. It was seen in news to bring together forces from 12 nations. It is to be noted that Tarang Shakti is said to be India's largest multinational air exercise. It will involve various aircraft types including fighter jets, military transport aircraft, mid-air refuelers and AWACS aircraft. It is noteworthy that it will be the first multilateral Air Force exercise hosted by the Indian Air Force. 12 nations will participate, with 6 nations contributing their aircraft and other 6 serving as observers. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Last question is, consider the following statements regarding the aspartame. 1. It is a widely used common artificial sweetener. 2. It consists of 2 natural amino acids such as L-aspartic acid and L-phenylalanine. 3. It was discovered by James M. Sclater. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none? The correct answer is option C, all three. Recently, it is reported that the cancer research arm of the World Health Organization will list the popular sugar substitute aspartame as possibly carcinogenic to humans. It is a commonly used artificial sweetener found in various food and beverage products. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It is used in diet, soft drinks, sugar-free chewing gum, ice cream and breakfast cereals. Chemically, aspartame is a methyl ester of the dipeptide of 2 natural amino acids, L-aspartic acid and L-phenylalanine. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It was discovered by James M. Sclater, a chemist at GD Searle and Company, now a subsidiary of Pfizer, in 1965 accidentally while researching an anti-ulcer drug. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. Recently, the tamper-proof signaling system is talked about in which of the following situations or context? A type of distributed logger, point-making system, automated signal relay system, or a blockchain-enabled signaling system for railways? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.